possibly can. All right. Awesome. So let me go ahead and share my screen really quick. Just give me some quick feedback. If you guys can see my screen, if you guys can put a thumbs up in the chat, but just remember to be present, bring your full attention to the Zoom, eliminate distractions, focus, and stay with the conversations, engage and drop insights. And understand that how you do anything is how you do everything, including how you participate in the Zoom. Right? How are you participating? Notice how you're participating. Are you checked out? Are you fully integrated? Are you at the edge of your seat, like looking for at least one nugget that you're going to implement in your business? It's going to completely change everything. How are you listening to today? And the topic of today is 7-figure selling in today's market with Coach Bill Pipes. And before we get started up with the updates, I just want to get the energy right by doing the affirmation. So I encourage every single one of you to unmute yourselves and let's do these affirmations together to get the energy elevated in the Zoom. That way we can get prepared to integrate all of the amazing gems that we're going to be, getting today. So are you guys ready? All right.
Ready.
We're ready.
All right, like 3 of you. Okay, cool. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All
Ready.
right, perfect. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. We're going to say power up twice, and then I'll do the affirmation, and you just repeat after me. So 1, 2, 3.
Power up.
1, 2, 3. Power up.
1, 2, 3. Power up.
High energy equals high income.
High
energy
equals
equals
high
high
income.
Every day and every way, I'm getting better and better.
Every day and every way, I'm getting better and better.
Every day and every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger.
Every day and every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger.
Every day and every way, I'm getting smarter and smarter.
Every day and every way, I'm getting smarter and smarter.
I signed a new listing today.
I sign a new listing today.
I open a new escrow today.
I open a new escrow today.
I was born to win.
I was born to win.
I will never surrender.
I will never surrender.
I will always keep growing.
I will always keep growing.
I was born to be great.
I was born to be great.
Today will be the best day of my life, no matter what.
Today
Will be the best day of my life, no matter what.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for participating on those affirmations. I was yelling so loud, I heard the echo in my house. That's pretty cool. So thank you guys so much for playing full out. And I just want you guys to now get tuned into the energy of gratitude. What are you grateful for today? Drop it into the chat. At least one thing, guys. Just one thing that you could be grateful for today. I'm so grateful that we have Coach Bill Pipes on this call today. I am so grateful that each and every single one of you are here in this training. I'm so grateful that I'm alive. I'm so grateful for the ability to see. I'm so grateful for the ability to speak. I'm so grateful for the ability to hear, right? What are you grateful for today? Make sure you drop it into the chat. Let's drop massive gratitude in the chat because whatever you're grateful for expands. Gratitude is an abundance multiplier. So thank you guys so much for playing full out. Thank you so much for sharing your gratitude. At least one thing. We can always find one thing. No matter what is happening in our lives, we can always find at least one thing that we can be grateful for. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for sharing the gratitude. And now I want you to use your visualization, right? You can close your eyes if you're able to. If you're driving, don't close your eyes, obviously. Be mindful of that. But I want you to visualize, right? 12 months from now, you took so much value from this training. And then you implemented. And then now your business is completely transformed and you're at a next level of your life. So what does your income look like? What is your finances? What kind of car are you driving? What kind of clothes are you wearing? How are you walking around? How does that feel to walk around with this? You're looking at your bank account, you're looking at the new balance there. Like, what does that feel like for you? What kind of people are around you? Where are you traveling to? What kind of experiences are you experiencing? Right? So I want you to really visualize, create that mental movie because your imagination is a preview of your future. Now, I'm going to move on to the breath exercise. This is just 6 breaths. So yes, we breathe all day, but we're going to consciously breathe together as a community because the breath, I use it before I get in a conversation, before I hop on this training. Every single thing that I do this because I want to make sure that I'm fully present. I don't want to be anywhere else. I just want to be here. And the breath helps us to do just that. So we're just going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. We're going to do that 6 times. And the last breath, we're just going to exhale. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale and hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. As long as you feel good by holding it. I know that my mind and my brain tell me every single time that I do that, thank you. I feel a little bit dizzy, woozy. That's your brain saying thank you for the oxygen. So thank you guys for being on once again. And our goal as a community is to serve 21,000 families, to produce $10 billion in volume, and to grow our community to 10,000 agents worldwide. So our vision at Let's Grow Movement is to be the leading catalyst for transformation in the real estate industry. We aim to cultivate a global community of highly skilled, innovative, and successful real estate professionals who not only achieve their own ambitions, but also contribute to raising industry standards. By harnessing the power of advanced technology, continuous learning, and networking with motivated agents, we strive to create a legacy of empowerment, abundance, and collective success. Through our efforts, we envision shaping a future where every real estate professional has the tools, knowledge, and support needed to thrive in the ever-evolving market and make a positive impact in the world around them. So I'm going to do a quick local market update. And again, if your county doesn't show up here, please do this for yourself. But I'm just keeping track of 5 counties. Look at how many people sat down with listing agents last week. 7 days, 1,300 times. 1,392 listings were signed in LA last 7 days. 404 in Orange County, 481 in San Bernardino, 647 in Riverside, and 640 in San Diego. Closings, we had a 1.2 billion in LA, 650 million in Orange County, 196 million in San Bernardino, 347 million in Riverside, and 539 million in San Diego. So what does that equal to in just 5 counties in 7 days? $3 billion in production, 2,800 homes sold, and $76 million in commissions paid. So now, a quick reminder, you guys all should be part of the WhatsApp group. Make sure that if you're not part of the WhatsApp group, make sure you join that, because we share updates, we share reminders, we share listings, we share open houses. A bunch of really cool stuff is happening there. Scan the QR code. Also, we also post all of the recordings, all of the trainings, everything we do, we post it in this private mastermind, in this private Facebook group. So if you're not part of this, make sure you scan the QR code and you join this group, because we're sharing a lot of really cool stuff there. And also, just a quick reminder, we just had a really powerful class with Joseph Trujillo and Sims. They were talking about videos. Mr. Mo is doing skills mastery Monday through Thursday from 8:30 to 9:15. So if you want to practice your skills dialogues every single day, make sure you tune in. And this week, Wednesday, we're also going to be bringing in a special guest, Michelle Vega from South Carolina. She is personally selling 10 homes a month. Every single month. So she's producing 130 with her team, about 360 sales. So Steven and I are going to be co-hosting this training on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Make sure you don't miss this. And also, last but not least, I want to make sure that you guys tune into this training. It starts September 16th. It's called the GRIP program with Ms. Jill Vaughn. It is getting started next Monday at 1. It is a 3-month program, 90 days of massive action and massive accountability. Make sure you scan the QR code if you are interested in that program. It's an exclusive program, just a small community of people that we're going to have there. And I'm so excited, over the top. So also, just a note, Mr. Joseph Trujillo is having a yacht celebration for the top 100 real estate professionals of 2024. It's happening at the end of this month. So if you want to participate, I hope to see every single one of you guys there. Make sure you scan that QR code, because it's going to be super powerful. Also, EXPCON, last reminder, EXPCON in Miami is happening October 27th to the 30th. And I want to see everybody there, because this is going to have everybody from EXP all over the world, literally being there in Miami. And it's such a beautiful place. So if you guys haven't grabbed your ticket, make sure you grab that now. So without further ado, are you ready for Coach Pipes? Are you ready for Coach Pipes? I want you guys to light up the chat. Are you guys ready for Coach Pipes? I want you guys to say ready, 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 ready in the chat, because again, what can I say about Coach Pipes? I mean, this guy is one of the best real estate coaches in the real estate industry, hands down. And I'm just so extremely excited, again, Coach Pipes, that you are here dropping some gems, 7-figure selling in today's market.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. LFG, let's freaking go. How you guys doing? Are you guys alive, excited, and full of energy right now? Yes? I don't know how you could not be after all of that with Leo. Leo, man, I very rarely come across people that I go, shit, dude, that guy like dwarfs my energy because I am known for my energy. So like my brother, my energetic brother. A couple of weeks ago, I had the chance to come in here, have a conversation with you guys, and we said, man, we got so much more to talk about. Should we come back? Should we do it again? And the definitive, request from you guys was yes, because obviously on the last call, we had the opportunity to really jump into skills. But if you remember something, Leo, man, I said, rates are going down to the low sixes. Who remembers that?
Yes.
Okay. Like
100%.
hey guys, I called that shit. Like not being good, and mark my words, they're going into the high fours by mid next year. Okay. Like, and I have all the data, David Rios, to back that up, right? If we got 7 interest rate cuts, Gustavo, 7 interest rate cuts that are still in line from the Fed. We haven't even, guys, we're at 6.27 and the Fed hasn't even met yet. Now, granted, some of that movement can be ahead of the Fed expectation here, Rob, of what they're going to be doing. But man, do you guys realize if we get a quarter point cut, my friends, I'm smiling and dialing. Because if we get that quarter point cut and we're below 6% and we're in the 5s, do you realize what that's going to do for your market? Do you realize what that's going to do for the activity? Do you realize those of you that have been sitting on these listings feeling like Mother Goose and when's that egg going to crack? It's happening right now, right? Like it's beginning. How many of you guys are feeling that? You're feeling a little bit more activity, a little bit more interest from buyers? Like just give me a raise your hand and say, yes, coach, if you're feeling that. And you know what, Yanni? It's just the tip of the iceberg. You know what I mean? So do you remember the conversation I had with you guys last month? I said, get your short-term buyers, your highly motivated ones, under contract no later than November the 1st. Because when the Fed meets on November the 7th, 2 days after the election, this freaking dog begins to hunt. Does that make sense, guys? Yes or no? Okay. So, hey, Lionel, push hard. I would rather have someone be, and I want you to write this down. Would I rather have someone be uncomfortable in the short term, write down uncomfortable short term, happy long term. I'm talking about someone, not you. I'm talking about your clients. Would you rather them be happy short term, or excuse me, happy long term and uncomfortable short term? Or would you rather have them be happy or comfortable short-term and unhappy long-term? Because see, if I can put the pressure on my short-term clients right now, have them feel a little bit uncomfortable because of the fact that I've got to close on them a little bit more, I got to push them a little bit more, I have to call them a little bit more, but they're going to be happy with me in the long term, I'll take that all day long. How about you guys? Yes? Okay. So my friends, I'm on a mission. That mission is you need to be calling your short-term leads 2 to 3 times a week, educating them, informing them, every drop in interest rates. It happened again. It happened again. And here's the question I asked them. How much longer are you going to wait and watch competition increase? Really simple. How much longer do you want to wait and watch competition increase? Okay. Today is not about that though, but I had to actually come in and tell you guys, we see it coming. I saw it coming. I called it on the last call. When I say that we're going to be in the mid 5s, possibly by the beginning of this year, are you beginning to believe, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? How many of you guys are beginning to believe? Yes, that we could see 5.5% interest rates by January. And we go into the new year at that point, Stephen, freaking, like I said, smiling and dialing. Everyone just say this for me with a big smile on your face. Coach, I love to prospect, so I do it every single day. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Coach, I love to prospect, so I do it every single day. Today, though, our conversation is around something different. Let me make this bigger. Let me make it so that it's more beautiful. Let me make it so that you guys can see it. All right, there we go. Can you guys see that right there? Give me a yes. Okay. By the way, I'm going to rip this off from my good buddy, Mr. Armando Novello, right? If you guys do not know Armando, he is a beast of an individual, an incredible person. We brought him into our ecosystem to speak to our clients over and over again. If something resonates with you, if you like it, would you put 100% down in the chat? Just like, yes, 100%. Oh, that's a good one. That hit me. So my friends, if you remember on the last call, I gave you, I could probably find it and just show it to you. This right here. All great businesses, all 7-figure earners, And everyone point at yourself and go, Coach, I'm next on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Coach, I am next. Colby, I didn't see your mouth move, so we're going to do it all over again for Colby. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Coach, I am next. You are the next 7-figure earner, right? And even if you can't see it right now, you got to believe it, right? Because I've got people that never believed it, right? Or never could see it, but then all of a sudden they followed the process and they're there now. Skills is one of the fundamental cornerstones for a 7-figure business. Standards are disciplines, rituals, and routines. It's one of the cornerstones. And strategy are people, processes, and systems to drive efficiency and effectiveness. We talked skills last time, scripts, dialogues, what you need to do, understanding the market, controlling the narrative. But today, Leo, dude, we're going into the world of standards. Because of these 3, standards are hands down, my friends, the most important. Now, do me a favor. In the beautiful, wonderful chat, I need you guys to actually tell me why you think standards are the most important. They trump your skills. They trump the strategy. The standards, which are disciplines, rituals, and routines, are the key component. Why do you think they're the wheels of the business, Baxita said? Why else? They got 112 people, beautiful people on this call. We should see more than just Baxita. Why are standards, disciplines, rituals, and routines more important than everything else? They're the foundation. They're consistency. Yeah. It's our must. They keep me focused. Okay. It sets the foundation. Check this out. How many of you guys have a team? Anyone have a team? People that work with them, people that work for them, right? What would you rather have if you had a team? 20 people that aren't super skilled, but disciplined like mofos, or 20 people that are highly skilled, but lack massive discipline? Which one would you want in the chat? Would you rather have the highly disciplined individual, or would you rather have the highly skilled individuals? And why? Yeah, Jill, disciplined. Standards equals massive discipline. Why do we want the ones that have discipline? Because even if they don't have the skills, wow, that is one heck of a name. Viridiani, did I say that right? Right? I'm gonna call you Vera instead. Even Vera, if they don't have, massive skills, they'll outwork the situation. Does that make sense, guys? Yes or no? Okay. They will put their nose down. They will grind it out. And that's the same for every single one of you as well, too. So over the last 30 years, I'm just scrolling right now. You guys can't see that. I'm going to get to it. I have figured out that there are 3 primary disciplines, rituals, and routines. Where is my share screen? There it is. That you have got to own. Okay. 3 primary that you have got to own, right? They are the standards, Leo, of time. And I want you to write this down. I want to see pens a moving. Even if you think you got it, you're going to get something new. The standard of time, the standard of mind, and the standard, Colby, of energy. Standard of time, standard of mind, and the standard of energy. These 3, I mean, look at Leo. I guarantee you, Leo, really good at his choice management. We know where his energy is, right? And I can tell you where his mindset is. There's a reason why he's in the position that he's in, and it's because of the standards, right? You look at someone that's overweight, no offense to anyone that's overweight, but I can tell you something about their standards, what they eat, do they work out, what their routines, what their rituals. I can look at a great couple that is in a relationship, and I can tell what their standards are based upon the relationship. I can look at kids. How many of you guys have kids that you know of someplace out there? Right? I can look at kids, bro, and Leo, and I can probably guess the standards of the house based upon how these kids show up at the airport, at the grocery store, when they come over to the house, etc. The standards will show up in the results that you ultimately produce. So let's start with this theory. I want you to write down 1,440, baby. 1,440. It's one of the most important numbers when it comes to your life. Not just your business, your life. What does 1440 stand for, guys? What do you think? 1,440. Okay, you guys ready? That is, thank you, Lydia. I love you guys. Any of you that ever attended Bold, you know this, right? So back in the galaxy far, far away, long time ago, right? Every human being gets 1,440 minutes in a day. What did Gandhi have? How many minutes did Gandhi get? 1,440. How many minutes does Bezos get? Jeff Bezos, you guys know that name? He got 1,440. How about Steve Jobs? Got 1,440. Let's see. How many minutes does Biden get? Well, probably a little bit, but I don't know. 1,440. So I'm joking. I couldn't resist. So we're talking about waking hours in the day. Wake hours. So 1,440 minutes is what Bezos, Musk, freaking, Trump, Kamala, everyone gets the same amount of time. The difference is, Yanni, is how we choose to use it. Okay. The seven-figure earners don't get more time. They simply know how to use it more efficiently, and they make better choices. And I want you guys to write this down. Okay. Right. We're going to hold on, share screen. Write down, I do not have a time management challenge. I have a choice management challenge. Listen to that. It's probably one of the most important things I'll say to you today. Colby, you can't manage time. Does that make sense? That's an impossibility. Try and manage time right now. What am I doing? I'm not managing anything. You know what I manage, Leo? My choices in the moment. And my choices in the moment will dictate the results that I produce in my life in relationship to the time that I have. So what I found here, guys, is a lot of agents. How many of you can look back? I'm going to stop this. Can look back and go, I'm a dumbass sometime with the choices that I make in and around my business. Yes or no? Everyone just do me a favor, point at yourself and go, Coach, you are so talking to me right now with a big smile on your face. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey, Coach, you are so talking to me. And you will never, write this down, I will never out-earn the choices that I'm making. Period. I will never out-earn the choices that I make. If you choose 6-figure habits, you'll never earn 7 figures income. So you've got to really have a system in place to be able to hold this standard. I'm about to give you a couple of systems. You guys ready? Everyone in the chat say, give it to me, Coach. Give it to me, Coach. All righty. This is the first thing. If I was coaching you, which I get the chance to do today, which makes me so happy, right? I get to be your coach for this short period of time. The first thing, Leo, when I start working with any agent, I don't care. Now, most of the time right now, Sonia, I'm working with agents that are earning $2 to $9 million, right? They're running big teams, large organizations, right? But I still do this exercise because they can be dumbasses just like anybody else, excuse my language, but they can, right? In terms of what they choose to do. The first thing you need to do is you need to establish, based upon your goal, how much you are really worth. How much you are really worth. Sorry, I got to correct something on the fly. This becomes your first acid test on making decisions. Leo, this was a game changer for me. Like the things I'm sharing with you guys, like literally changed my life. So what I want all of you to do, we're going to do it. This is going to workshop this. This isn't just going to be an idea and a theory. It's going to be something I want you to do today. I'd like all of you to write down what your income goal is and divide it by 2,080 hours. What is 2,080 hours? That's the total number of working and billable hours that you have in a year. All of you guys, please do that. All of you guys, please do that. And when you're done, please, I'd like you to put that number in the chat. Take your income goal, not for this year. Listen to me, guys, not for this year. Why not this year? Because you're already working for next year. You have to start being the agent of 2025 today to get the things that you want on January the 1st. Does that make total sense, guys? Yes or no? Okay. 2025, Bexita, is upon us right now. So Yanni, 230 an hour. Please, I know we got 115 people on this call. Fantastic. I want to see 115 answers inside of here. We got 230, we got 240. That's right at about $500,000. I love it. Keep going. Type it in the chat. Don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated by other people's numbers. This is your number, not theirs. They once upon a time were where you were. 200 puts us in right at around 400,000. Ooh, Leo, let's go, baby. Yes. 1,200, 456, 300. Okay. Look at me. Pretty please. Thank you. If you know as you start the hour that that's how much you're worth, or if you know as you're making a decision and you ask yourself, is this activity I'm about to jump into, Olivia, worth $500 an hour? Would it begin to change the choices that you make on a regular basis, my friends? Yes or no? 100. And see, a lot of us, Iris, have never thought this through. But if you were an attorney, and trust me, I have plenty of attorneys, the bigger your business gets, as I tell my kids, two of the most important people that you're going to have is your financial, or your accountant and your attorneys, right? Okay. And my attorneys, they know they're billing me per hour. I know I'm paying them for that hour. What you need to look at is that this hour is worth $480, Christina, which is representative of $1 million right there. So I'm getting ready to scroll on social media and I think to myself, is this worth, nope, not worth $480 an hour, not worth $200 an hour. I'm getting ready to do some paperwork. Is this, nope, this ain't work. It's not worth, this is, I'm going to do this. Someone for $25 an hour could do this. Holy shit. I'm worth $200 an hour. I just cost myself $175. That's how you got to think with your time. Does that make sense, guys? Yes or no? I have a beautiful woman that's in here. Her name is Talitha. Okay. She comes every 2 weeks. The reason that Talitha comes every 2 weeks is because I did this exercise on me. When I did this exercise on me, I caught myself and I was in my laundry room doing laundry, Leo. Right. And I was like, I was divorced. You know, I wanted to prove to myself I could actually manage the household. You know, I wanted to do it. You know, I wanted to man up. I'm that dad, right? And after a while, I caught myself like doing the laundry and I'm like, Pipes, you're so full of shit, man. And I'm like you guys ever have conversations with yourself? Like, you know, you're just like, oh, like back and forth, right? And I'm like, you talk about getting about your time and your choices. You're doing laundry right now. You are the most expensive dry cleaner on the planet, Pipes, right? You have to be making choices at $2,000 an hour and you're doing laundry? Come on. And I would love to tell you that I immediately made a change, but that's not how change works sometimes. How many of you guys recognize you got to be hit a couple of times? And so I called Talitha and I said, Gustavo, I said, hey, Talitha, you know, like I would need some laundry done. And I said, how much is it? She goes, $40 an hour. Guess what I said when I heard $40 an hour? Did I say yes? No, I was a dumbass. I'm like, no way, $40 an hour. That's highway robbery. Like I didn't say that to her. And then all of a sudden another month and a half went by and guess what I found myself doing? More laundry. And instead of, watch, it was costing me a couple hours. I did the calculations. Those couple of hours, those 5 hours was about $10,000 a week. About $1.2 million a year for me to do laundry. When you start to think in this manner, the choice, guess what I did? When I did the math, I called Talitha. Guess who's here at my house right now doing the laundry, putting it away, doing the projects? Talitha is right here. In fact, I'll introduce you to her here in a second, right? So, because she is here. That's the first thing that you got to do because you do not have a time management challenge. You have a choice management challenge. I would put that on a 3x5 card, carry it around with you, Jill. Look at it every single day. Make choices based upon what you're worth in the future and your income will align. Are you with me, guys? Give me a hell yes if you are with me. This is a game changer, big game changer. Now, here's number 2. Oh, by the way, I put this up. This was in 5 different places in my house. Ignore the picture. I look like I've been on like a bender, like drinking for days. That was me working out. Like that was a couple of years ago. Like, do I look younger? Do I look better? Better choices, guys. You know what I mean? Better choices with my health, right? And I'm going to tell you about there's 3 parts to you being able to actually have this choice management. So I put that up around when I was going for $1 million, Leo. I put it up in my car, had it in my car, carried it around with me, put it up in my shower where I'm normally alone, right? I'd look at it. I'm like, you're worth $480 per hour, Pipes. Start acting like it. Now, here's the second principle. Second principle is this. Anyone ever read the book Sun Tzu, The Art of War? And if you have not, I highly recommend it. Lionel, amazing book. Sun Tzu, military strategist, actually put together what the best generals in China at the time were actually doing, right? And created an entire principle, much in the same way that Napoleon Hill created the principles around personal growth and development. Sun Tzu created the principles that are still taught and used in war, right? And used in business in many cases. I recommend it. It's Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. One of the number 1 principles that Sun Tzu talks about is this, and I want you to write it down. Every battle is won before it's fought. I love that, Leo. It's just, when I heard that, the first time I heard that was in a movie called Wall Street, right? If you ever watched the original Wall Street with Michael Douglas and Charlie Sheen, I mean, it's just such a greed-based 1980s, but I heard that, and I heard it was Sun Tzu, and I said, oh man, I need to start reading Sun Tzu when I was, at that time I was like 16 years old. So here's what I want to say to you. Every day is won before it takes place. And I want you to write that underneath it. Every day, Jessica, is won before it takes place. It takes, how is that? It takes place based upon the planning you do for the next day. I've had 2 really great coaches. I've had more than that. I've had about 16 great coaches in my life, one of which I'm coaching with right now, a gentleman by the name of Bob Corcoran, that is a general manager basically for G3 coaching. The other one is a gentleman by the name of Brian Tracy, still alive, but getting very old. If you ever get the chance to read the book, Eat That Frog, I highly recommend it. Wonderful book on choice management, Eat That Frog. Working with Brian, he said, I'm going to give you a process that can make you 8 times more effective, that can have you get done with 8 times more things with the same time. When I heard that, Leo, like I was 26 years old, I said, you're so full of shit. Like how many of you guys have ever heard like a speaker or trainer tell you something? You're like, yeah, no way, bro. Like, come on. Really? 8 times more effective? The son of a gun was right. Okay. He gave me a process, and now I have melded that process into 2 processes, right? One from Bob that is just new and really effective, and one from Brian, the Bob and Brian process. I believe that your day has 4 segments to it. Okay. 4 segments. I want you to please write this down. You have what is called an AMPR. That is your morning personal routine. We're going to talk about that here in a second. You have your AMBR. Now, your AMBR is your morning business ritual. Your prospecting, your lead follow-up, your scripts, your role play, right? You have your PMBR, which is your evening or late afternoon ritual for your business, which is your prep time of what you're doing to be able to actually make the next day powerful. And then you have your PMPR. PMPR stands for your evening ritual. Your evening ritual. What time you go to bed? What time do you shut off digital? What are you eating? Are you praying? Are you reading? Like, are you decompressing so that you can get good night's sleep? Because believe it or not, your PMPR, your evening personal routine, is one of the greatest impacts on whether you're going to succeed the next day or not. Does that make sense, guys? Colby, if I stay up late, if I eat like crap, if I watch a scary movie, I'm not going to sleep well. That means I'm probably not going to get up early, do my morning ritual. And if I don't do my morning ritual, then I'm going to limp into the office with low energy. And by the way, all mistakes are made because of a lack of energy. We're going to talk about that here in a second. And then my prospecting isn't good, all because I stayed up late watching bullshit Netflix. eating bonbons and popcorn. Do me a favor, right? Point to yourself and go, that one was for me on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That one was just for me. Now, how do we solve this? I'm going to teach you an AM. I'm going to teach you all the rest of these. However, right now, there are 4 questions you got to ask yourself at the end of every single day. You want to give yourself about 30 minutes. That's in your schedule, because remember, things don't take place if it's not in your schedule, it doesn't exist, and it's not going to happen, period. 30 minutes every single day. At the end of the day, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Make sure that you've got like an hour, like it's at least an hour before you're officially shutting down, because it's going to take a little bit of work. The first question that you ask yourself, please write this down, is this. Have I made all the calls, returned all the calls that I need to return today? Have I called everyone back and made all the calls that I need to make today? If not, then make them. Number 2, have I responded to every single email that I needed to respond to today? Number 3, Rob, have I inputted my numbers for the day into whatever tracking system I'm going to use? Because I've got to track and measure the results of my business. Otherwise, I'm not running a business. It's a hobby. So did I put it into CTE? Did I put it into CSU? Did I have it in FUB? Wherever it is, do I have it in my own personal spreadsheet? Then number 4 is, am I fully planned for the next day? I'm about to give you the planning process. Am I fully planned for the next day? Now, this is interesting how the human mind works. How the human mind works is, how many of you guys have ever been going to sleep, and as you're going to sleep, it hits you, Zilla. Oh, damn, Gina, I forgot to call this person back. Oh, shoot, Sam, I forgot to email this person. And then all of a sudden, Esteban, you're like tossing and turning a little bit. How many of you guys have ever had that experience before in your life? And then it impacts your sleep, which impacts your next day, which here we go on the cycle again. The human mind works, David Rios, in what are called loops. Open loops and closed loops. Open loops are commitments, promises, actions, and activities that have not been completed. It's open, and therefore it drains the mind of energy, because even though consciously you aren't aware of it, unconsciously your mind knows there's shit that you haven't done that you need to do. Does that make total sense, guys? Yes or no? And when you close down, whoever that is, I don't know what your name is, it says IP Honey. That's what I'm going to call you. Well, okay, so, all right. So when you close down, Jill, that loop, what happens is it gives you energy back. You close the loop. The mind says we are complete with this, and you need as much energy, and you get that back. Does that make sense, guys? Yes or no? Okay. So these 3 simple questions give you the chance to close down the loop. The 4th one gives you the chance to actually have the plan for tomorrow. And with the plan for tomorrow, you get more excited. So here is your 15 minutes. Here's the planning process right here, my friends. Number 1, this came straight, Sonia, from Mr. Brian Tracy. I use it to this day, and I swear to goodness, Leo, he was right. Like, the dude was right. When I do this, it's 8 times more efficiency inside my morning. Make a list of everything that you need to do the next day. Now, normally lists don't work. I'm going to tell you that. Why? Because when we get the list, we look at the list the next day, we say, what should I do off this list? And you end up doing the stuff that's easy, and the easy stuff typically isn't the thing that's the most effective and needs to move your business forward. So what you do is you prioritize it based upon your dollarly hour rate into a AAA. And I put that list together and I say, okay, great. Is this a AAA, which means tomorrow morning I got to drop everything and do this? It is urgent and important. Or maybe it's an A. I don't have to drop everything, but I need to make sure it's done by noon. Or maybe it's a B. It doesn't need to be done by noon, but I sure as heck need to make sure that it's done by the end of the day. Or maybe it's a C, Ryan, where who cares? So what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to skip that one. And this one's my favorite. Maybe it's a D. Maybe it's I need to delegate. See, many of you need to learn the amazing art of delegation. Well, coach, I don't have an assistant. Yep, but you got a title rep, you got an escrow officer, you got a front desk receptionist, you probably even have a mortgage professional. Use them. to be able to get things that you shouldn't be doing. Does that make sense, guys? And if I delegate it, who do I need to delegate that towards? Then I'm going to identify how much time I think that's going to take. Put 10 minutes, 5 minutes next to it, 15 minutes, right? And I'm going to look at where I plug that into my schedule. Then you just live your life. You start the next day, you look at your schedule. Let me show you guys something here really quick. Let me see if I can pull this sucker up. It just disappeared. And it just came back. Okay, good. This right here, living by example, baby. All of this is my day. This is how my day runs. This is how my day operates. This is where I block times out. This is what takes place. This is what not takes place, right? I make sure everything, Leo, if it is important, ends in my schedule. You know, there's a guy out there by the name of Darren Hardy. Does anyone remember that name, Darren Hardy? Darren Hardy wrote a book called The Compound Effect, right? Okay. Sitting having dinner with Darren Hardy, Darren said to me, "What's the most important thing for you, Bill?" I said, "My family." He said, "That's awesome. I respect you for that." And he said, "Can I see your phone?" I said, "Sure." And he opened it up and he says, "Can you open it up to the calendar?" I said, "Absolutely." I opened it up to the calendar. And as I opened up the calendar, he scrolled through it. He goes, "You are full of shit." I'm like, "Excuse me?" He's like, "Yeah, you're full of shit." I said, what are you talking about?" He said, "You say your family's important, but I see them nowhere in your schedule. If you live your life from your schedule," dude, Leo, it was like, ugh, right? So now on Sunday, I schedule my family first. Actually, I schedule my relationship with God first. I put my prayer, I put my meditation in, I put my family in second. I put God in first, I put pipes in second, because if I'm no good, I can be no good for my family. Then I put my family in third, then I put my business in fourth. Does that make sense, guys? But everything has a structure for existence inside of it. So there you go, guys. That's the simple process, right? It's simple, okay? Now, by the way, here's the last little bit. Remember I told you guys your PM PR, your PM personal ritual? You got to determine no business after what time, no digital after what time, no eating after what time. Did you do some gratitude? I love that this morning, Leo, when you're bringing this in and you're like, what are you grateful for? Lights out by what time? Minimum amount of sleep. You got to establish that. That PM PR is going to launch you or detract you from your next day. So let me just stop here for a second and open this up to any type of questions. Questions, comments, concerns. Are you getting value? Is this making sense? Is it resonating, peeps? Yeah? Okay. Love it. Now I know, hey guys, today is super tactical. We went skill tactical. We're going, activity tactical. Here's the next piece. Next piece. Come on, baby. I will tell you this. Your mindset, we talked about your day being determined by your level of preparation. Sonia, I'll tell you, your mindset is determined by your level of preparation as well, too. People look at Leo and they say, oh, dude, he must always be super energetic. I think about my buddy Brett Gove, right? And people look at him and he's like, oh, Brett Gove's so excited now. Here we go. Now, dude, you think they're just born that way? Bullshit. They work on it every single day. Excuse me for dropping the BS bomb, but they're not born that way. Leo doesn't just wake up every single day. The difference between Leo and Brent and the rest of these individuals is they have rituals that create the mindset for them. They don't wait for things to happen to have the right mindset, period. It's your rituals, your disciplines, and routines that will determine it. Now, by the way, I do need to throw this in. I'm sorry, I'd be remiss if I didn't. There is one standard you cannot miss, and that is you got to hunt daily, man. There is no escaping it. You got to prospect. And I will tell you this, the best businesses that I found are prospecting based and marketing enhanced, period. Isn't what I just said to you? If you're part of this group, if you're part of this organization, if you're attracted to Leo, I guarantee you, you are not looking for the easy silver bullet to be able to send the perfect marketing piece out to get 25 million people to call you. You're a grinder, you're gritty, you're determined, you push, you're active, you're out there every single day, period. Or else you wouldn't be part of this. You wouldn't be showing up for this call. But see, here's the minimum standard, guys. If you want to survive in this game of real estate, you do 1 hour a day of prospecting. 200 to 220 days. You want to grow in this business, you do 2 hours a day. You want to have a breakthrough in this business, you do 90 days at 3 hours, your business will be unrecognizable, my friends. See, 1 hour, I've done the math. 1 hour is survival. At 1 hour a day with the current model, you're going to have about 11 or 12 sales. What does that give you? Give me about 110,000 after expenses. What am I left with? About 60,000. After 60,000 and given to you guys are in California. Gosh, God bless California. It's beautiful and holy crap, man. Does the government want your money? And after 60,000 in taxes, what do you got? 50,000, 45, 47. How the hell do you live on that? That's an hour a day. 2 hours a day puts you up at 110, 120. 3 hours a day puts you up at 300, 400. You do that for 3 or 4 years, you're earning $1 million, my friends. But coach, it's hard. It's difficult. It's not fun. You know, it's hard, difficult, not fun. Coming to Christmas and not being able to buy the things you want to for your family. You know, it's hard and difficult driving a car that you don't like. You know, it's hard and difficult not being in the house that you want. Either you're going to feel the pain of discipline or you're going to feel the pain of regret, period. Either you're going to feel the pain of discipline or you're going to feel the pain of regret. Either way, you're going to feel the pain. Everyone with a big smile on your face, with you little masochists, I need you to look at me and go, Coach, give me some pain on the count of 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey, Coach, give me some pain, right? Pain is sacrifice. Sacrifice is necessary for success. All the success you want is built on the shoulders of the sacrifices you're willing to make, period. Okay. Now, let me give you one last thing. You guys getting some good stuff? Can you guys tell I'm having fun today with you guys? I'm like having so much fun. I love teaching this stuff, right? So here's what I think we all need. How many of you guys have an iPhone, an iOS device? Yep. I want to be able to see your faces, so I'll navigate back and forth here. Hold on one second. How many of you guys have ever put off doing the update on the iPhone? I'll do it when and what. You don't have it set up for automatic. Now, Rob, I got it set up for do this when I sleep at night. You know what I mean? So don't shut me down for 20 minutes. You put off the iPhone update, you put off the iPhone update, and you put off the iPhone update. And what happens? What starts happening gradually to the phone? In the chat, just tell me, man. Yeah, like certain apps start getting glitchy, things aren't working. And if you put it off long enough, the phone just basically gives you the middle finger and says, I'm not going to work at all, right? And what you have to do is the update. Now, I want you to look at something. Our programming that we have determines the thoughts that we have, which creates the feelings, which creates the actions, which leads to the results, which reinforces our programming. You cannot have a 6-figure mindset and expect to earn 7 figures in your business. You have to upgrade yourself. Does that make sense? In the same way that the phone requires an upgrade, I notice human beings that move from 150 to 300 and 300 to 600, they have to continuously be top. Look, guys, I'm going to tell you something. The thing that has held me back the most is keeping my emotions between the lines. How many of you guys can appreciate that? How many of you guys get really excited, they get really bummed, and really excited and really bummed? Or have opened your mouth and said something to an employee or a client, and you're like, I was an a-hole at that time. How many of you guys have ever done that before? Am I the only one? Is this like the nicest group? Does this group never make mistakes, right? What I recognized was this, Leo, is I needed to top grade that because that version of me would not be able to actually produce the results of 1,000. Guys, our goal at this company at G3 is 1,000 real estate agents who we have coached, supported, partnered with that earn over $1 million. And I'm not stopping until we get there. And everyone just point at yourself and go, that's me, coach, on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That is me, coach. That's why I want you guys at Sales Power, man. I'm going to teach you in 3 days. I'm going to baptize you into the, like in terms of like what it takes to be the most masterful business professional in sales is part of that. So we need that upgrade in order to be able to move to the next level. So how do we do it? People talk about being inspired. Like I said, Leo, Brett Gove, myself, we're inspired. Inspiration means to breathe life into. What we do is we breathe life into our mindset every single day. And this is what I created. You guys are going to love this. This is called the 1800 process. This is your morning ritual and evening ritual. There are 6 things that get done in this process. Number 1, wake up in the morning. Now, by the way, Leo, this came from, I was doing 75 hard. Any of you guys ever done 75 hard? I finished that sucker, right? I finished that with integrity. And I said, I'm going to roll a 75 hard out for agents. And I went, oh, damn, they're real estate agents. It can't be that hard. I'm going to come up with a 75 medium or something along the lines. But I put together something that was simple, that was easy, that was manageable. We launched this the December or January after COVID, right? And so this went all around the world, right? We had like literally 6,000 people. People were reaching me from freaking Argentina and freaking down in Africa. They're like, we're doing this 1800 challenge. It's changing my life. And it's so simple. It's 6 simple things. Number 1, 10 minutes of exercise. Coach, I do more than that. Great, but you do it every single day. You got to get the body moving. The body fuels the mind. Number 2, listen to 10 minutes of something that's going to educate you or inspire you. We talked last call, Logan Mohtashami, Altos Research, all of these wonderful resources and outlets that you can use to educate yourself as a real estate and financial expert. Or you could go, I love this. I go Kobe Bryant motivation sometimes, and up pops on YouTube, wonderful stuff on Kobe Bryant motivation, Michael Jordan motivation, anything that I can get. But I need that little garbage in, garbage out computer. I need to put this in my mind right at the very beginning. And then number 3, 10 affirmations. Now you guys have yours. I got mine. Okay. Mine goes like this. I'm alive, excited, and full of energy. The unlimited wealth of this world now flows to me through both seen and unseen avenues. I live my life from my highest self. I recognize how people are doing the best they can in the moment with the skills and the tools that they have. I love my life, and it shows. Because right now, baby, I am the voice. I will lead, not follow, create, not destroy, believe and not doubt. I'm a force for good. I'm a force for God. I'm a leader. Defy the odds. Set a new standard. Step up, pipe. Step up, step up. I now command my conscious and subconscious mind to give me all the power, passion, energy, influence, enthusiasm, humor, charm, joy, love to do whatever it takes to help every single person in my life realize their God-given right for wealth, abundance, and joy. Let's go. That's my game, right? Okay. And when I do that now, what do? I'll have a double mocha flocka rocka from Starbucks instead, right? So, but see, I know that is the sale that I make on myself every single day, right? It changes my physiology. It releases endorphins into my brain, and I'm ready to attack the day with love and service in my heart. In addition to the 10 minutes of working out, the 10 affirmations, the 10 minutes of education, in the evening, I wind down. My clients wind down. What do? Here's the third set of 10s, 10 minutes of prayer or meditation. Okay, 10 minutes of prayer or meditation. All right, whether that's like the Calm app or the Headspace, or just taking time to focus on your breathing or to tell whatever higher source you believe in, thank you, and to connect with him, her, it, energy, right? So, number 2, read 10 pages of a book. There's power in actually reading, right? Something that is going to educate you, or something that is classical. I love Marcus Aurelius. Dude was freaking so far ahead of his time. One of the greatest leaders. I want to learn from other leaders. You know what I'm on right now, Leo? If you go to my nightstand, I'm reading Warren Buffett's biography. I'm reading Bill Gates's biography. I'm reading, what's the guy's name from Virgin? Come on, someone help me. I'm having a 53-year-old moment.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Richard Branson. Like yep. I'm cycling through, and I'm one of these readers, guys, where I don't like read one book. I'm like reading 3 or 4 anyway. And so then I finish it off, right, by writing down 10 things I'm grateful for. You do that every single day, and life changes. I promise you. That's your morning ritual. Because here's what we know, and then we're going to wind down here. This is one of the biggest lessons I've learned from one of the greatest billionaires that I've ever met. Your standard for energy is your key for 2024 and beyond. And this, all your mistakes are made because you lack energy. Period. When you have low energy, you cut corners. When you have low energy, you don't follow through. When you have low energy, you're ineffective on the phone. When you have low energy, you're not a great leader. When you have low energy, right, you aren't thinking with your prefrontal cortex. You're in survival mode, which is your reptilian brain. So everything that I've gone over here today, the planning gives you more energy. Closing down the loops gives you more energy. Having the scripts and dialogues from last call gives you more energy. But before I end here, this right here is your last little section. Here's my energies, do's, and don'ts, and then stay on because I want to be able to go over something with you. Do manage your PMPR. Do stick to your AMPR. Do get clarity around your business plan. It gives you energy. Do work all days you're planning to work because when you break promises to yourself, it kills your energy. Do manage your sleep. Do recite the G3 affirmations. Those are mine, but use the Leos. Do work on yourself as much as you do your business because nothing is more inspiring than you getting better. Don't eat like an a-hole. Don't skip your workouts. Don't overindulge too much in alcohol. Don't associate with people who are negative complainers or energy-sucking vampires. Get those mofos out of your life right now. Nothing drains more energy than that. And don't feel guilty for taking time off and spending time with those that you love. It gives you energy. And don't forget the basement and ceiling, that there's times that you're going to be up high and times that you're going to be down low as well too. So my friends, as we wind down here, as I told you guys on the last call, remember this. This is who you are. What are those? Those are stallions, baby. What do stallions do? Stallions run. Keep your eye on these guys. Those are cute little ponies, but the ponies will hold back the stallions. And as we wind down here, did you guys get some good stuff? I want to know, don't jump off yet. I want to know your number one takeaway. What is the action? Here's what I don't believe. You don't need more information. You need to execute on the SHIT that you already have. I want to know what's your one action you're going to take in the chat right now, right before we end this call. So what's your one thing that you're going to do? How will you execute? What's your one thing? Put it in there.
I'm going to plan more family time, man. That was big.
Yeah. For sure. Put it in the calendar, put it in the schedule. That way, dude, if you don't, they know they're not important. You know what I mean? So in the chat, how are you going to execute? What are you going to do? Better at delegation, more discipline, AM and PMs. Isn't that a great concept? Like breaking it down to those four things: delegate, time is value, create a morning ritual. I love it. Hey guys, one of the biggest traits that I have seen, and I just need you for 2 more minutes, please, with these 7-figure earners, Leo, is they just continue to invest in themselves. And I know it's difficult right now. I know it's been a tough market. I know sales are down 26% across the nation. We're at 3,900,000. We're normally at 5.3, but it's about to change. And what I am inviting you guys to in Vegas on the 30th through the 2nd, September the 30th through the 2nd, is not a normal seminar. This is a boots on the ground, teach you the skills, the disciplines, give you the exact scripts. Leo, we role play it in the class and then you go use it at night. But it isn't just about the scripts. The scripts are a piece of the business strategy. We teach you the entire strategy for getting more referrals from your past clients in Sphere. I teach you the 11 laws of influence and how to use them in your business. What the follow-up process is, the strategy, the scripts, the dialogues, the marketing for online leads, how to convert more traditional leads, how to navigate the new buyer. I know we're all getting better at the buyer consultation, but I had some killer stuff inside there, guys, that makes it even more elegant. How to be able to work and be able to list 75% of the properties that you go out on at a price that causes them to sell, my friends, right? And how to do all of that in a systemic format. That's what the course is about. Of course, I'll have people on stage that are doing it, that are examples and walking embodiments. But here's what I'll tell you, okay? And by the way, I am so sure that you guys will get value that I give you a triple your money back guarantee, right? Which means if you come and you spend the 3 days and you don't feel fully like it was worth it, I give you 3 times. You pay the 300, I give you 1,000 back, guys. Now, why do I do that? I do it because I'm committed to every single one of you having your best year ever in 2025. And what I know is with us together for 3 days, you are guaranteed to have a better kick-ass day or a kick-ass year. Guaranteed, right? And that's what I'm committed to for all of you. We still have room blocks available. We got about 75, what is it, Ryan? 75 rooms still available, right? The event will sell out. We got Sugar Shane Mosley that's actually coming, right? That's going to be there. Like he's an amazing man. You know, I'm very careful about who I put on stage. This guy's a great man, great human being, faith in his heart, freaking iron in his gloves, right? And we can all learn a lot, but we'll also get to learn from each other and get inspired from each other. So I would love to see you there. And by the way, anyone that actually does that, actually comes to the event, I'm giving you an entire 90 days free of our G3, which is our morning huddle for 30 minutes every single morning, our Tuesday webinar that we do with top. This is normally $99. Basically, it makes this entire event for free for you, minus the travel and time away from the business. Okay, so I am committed. I would love to see you guys there. There's our beautiful group of people and speakers that are going to be there as well too. So Leo, like we got that special for you guys. It's basically $100 off right now. It's $299. If you enjoyed what you got here, you would get this for 3 days times 10, basically.
Yes,
because this
is absolutely no brainer, brother. Thank you so much for sharing today. I got a ton of value, and I know everybody got a bunch of value. So thank you so much once again. And guys, let's definitely make it out September 30th to the 2nd. I think it's an absolute no brainer. It's basically like $100 a day, literally. Completely transform and revamp. And
oh, and by the way, we buy you lunch. Lunch is included with that. Like your food is included with that cost. Like no joke. So like we've done everything we can. All we need, if you build it, they will come. We freaking built it. Come.
Yes.
Okay.
100%, brother. God bless you, man.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Leo, for
you so
having me
much
on,
for
dude.
dropping so much gems in our community today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And for those of you, we will send out the recording. I will also send out the links to get registered for the event, just so you guys have that in your email. So if you guys didn't grab it in this chat, but I'll see you guys on the next training. God bless each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for taking the time today. I hope you guys got a ton of value like I did. And let's grow. Peace.
Thank you guys. Peace. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.
God bless.